Ho my, ho my, ho my, ho mai ika iki mai luna mai, ona mea huna no, awe mele, ho my, ho my, ho my. Ho mai ka iki mai luna mai ona mea huna no awe mele ho mai ho mai ho mai ho mai ka iki mai luna mai ona mea huna no awe mele Hili hoi akala o Mauka o Kona. Hili hoi o Makai, wherever you come from across this world. Thank you. Welcome. Join us for Unity of Kona service this morning. Kakaiaka e koma mai. Good morning and welcome. And as we like to start with the prayer service prayer, the Aomai prayer chant, asking the Great Spirit above and different layers, Kona, the meaning of the story. Why would this story be told to the children? And the highest aspect, oh, Great Spirit, grant us the wisdom of these experiences in life that become our stories. With the knowledge through the experience, we have the story to share and become stronger, smarter, and wiser. And as we like to start with prayer, we'll also start with another Aloha Spirit prayer. Every day I send out and receive back positive energy of Aloha Spirit. By living in a state of Aloha, my body and soul is always in harmonious balance with those around me. The positive energy that I send out to the world expands and multiplies. It can never be destroyed. I practice aloha every day, especially in difficult situations. I care deeply about the environment, and I respect all fellow human beings. Everything in this universe is part of me. Therefore, I am part of all being. There is no past. There is no future. There is only this present moment. By living the way of aloha, I live a life of great love, compassion, happiness, health, and prosperity. And so it is. Mahalo ke akua. Well, thank you for joining us here as we get started in our service. I'd like to please ask you to stand as we do our vision, mission, and affirmation for the month. And our vision here at Unity, a world family of oneness, peace, and love, with a mission to inspire spiritual growth and service through the active practice of love, prayer, faith, joy, and honoring everyone as a child of God. And for the month of June, imagination. Together, I unleash my power of imagination and allow it to flow freely through me. I am unlimited. And while I have you all standing, I'll ask our singers to come up and we'll do our opening song. As we love to do, we all come together. Sorry, thank you. What a great group. Welcome, everyone. Music, maestro.
Play it again, Sam.
Here we go. Feel the move.
Take a
Look at the person next to you. Say God loves you and I love you too. Now feel the sanctuary and lift your voice and repeat after me. Ooh.
We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love.
We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love. Now look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you.
feel the love in the sanctuary. Now lift your voice and repeat after me.
Ooh.
We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love.
We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love.
From every walk of life,
Every walk of life,
every creed and color,
every creed and color.
and get your feel nice
Ooh.
in honor of the God in each other.
Now take the little person next to you.
Say namaste, I bow to you. Now
Feel the love in the sanctuary. Now lift your voice and repeat after me. Ooh,
we come together.
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 We come together in the name of love.
We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love.
We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love.
We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love. Woohoo! While we're all standing, reach over and say hi to your neighbor, shake hands, give hugs. Let's take a moment and just kind of get to have the moment with each other. And if you're joining us online, this is a great time to leave your little comments there on the Facebook Live so we can formally greet everybody, as we always like to do, with a great big aloha and God bless you.
I finally heard you. Oh, good. If we start early, our rate is $7 and we can charge anything above that. If we start at 10:30, our rate will be $59 and we can charge anything above that. Yeah, so 10:30 is a great time to start. It's a great time to save. Yeah.
Also, I'd like to say Happy Father's Day, all the fathers out there. And it's Ha'ole La Makukane. Makuakane. Yeah. Ha'ole La Makuakane. Makuakane. There we go. Happy Father's Day. I still struggle with the Hawaiian language. It's I've been here 12 years, and it took me 2 years to say some of the names of the towns. But it's an honor to be here on this wonderful Father's Day. Vince, you're standing in front of the cameras. It's okay. All right, let's close this up. This is always the best time of the whole show, as everybody gets to say hi. They haven't seen each other in a while. And nobody online gets to see it. I'm so sorry, but you got to join us here in the sanctuary. We are open, and it's really great to see new faces here this morning. And as we get started with our service, we need to get through a few announcements for the church. And first and foremost, we are a prayer ministry. You can download the You Pray app and download this onto your phone, instant connections to prayer. Also, you can receive meditations and affirmations in many ways that we hold prayer and service. And there's a prayer request box in the back of the sanctuary. Fill out a little prayer request forms, and our chaplains will pray over them here, sending them on to Silent Unity. Over at Silent Unity, Unity Village, Lee Summit, Missouri, a 24-hour vigil, 30 days of consecutive prayer through Silent Unity. What an honor it is to be part of the organization that has such faith and honor in the prayer ministry. And so please utilize the tools that we have at our hands. If you're looking for further prayer support, don't hesitate. Please do call the church, 808-322-0885, or you can leave us an email at unityofkona@gmail.com. And we all know the power of prayer. 2 or more are gathered, and so your prayers amplified when we pray together. So with that, we'll move on to some more announcements. Again, the team member of the month, congratulations, Beverly Hulling. My sweet dear Beverly, she's so honored to be here, and so honored we are to have you here. So thank you so much. Mahalo, Beverly, for your loving service, your devotion to the ministry, and we are blessed here at the Unity of Kona. You are a bright, shining light, and you just radiate when you come in the door. So we appreciate your aloha spirit and your willingness to serve. So thank you. We love you very much. So today we're not having the virtual social hour. We're having the board meeting, 11:15 for the board meeting. All are welcome to witness and participate a little bit as the board goes over the church's business. And let's see, so the board meeting 11:15 promptly after service. Next Sunday is Kealoha's Po'olo workshop at noon, and Kealoha Sugiyama makes these neat po'olos. And so they don't have plastic and paper in the old Hawaii. So they made gift baskets of the tea. And so the tea leaf is a spiritual plant. It's planted around the perimeters, keeps evil spirits away, but it's also in a presentation of gifts and offerings, made hula skirts, and imu under the ground, the clue of pork is wrapped in the tea. So many uses for the tea, but this is really amazing because the po'olo, you'll see them all around the volcano as little gift packages left for Pele. And so we're going to be doing a workshop coming up next Sunday, and Kealoha Sugiyama is going to be presiding. And so if you need to sign up on the sign-up sheet, I think we've got a pretty full workshop, but there is always room for one more if you desire to do so. So join us next week for the Po'olo workshop. And let's see, Saturday, July 9th, 2022, Unity of Kona Fundraising Committee presents a Hawaiian Cultural Holo Holo. And so this is a road trip as I'm the tour guide and here on the island, and I get to share some of the things I've fallen in love with as we travel around the island. For a fundraiser for the church, we'll be gathering here on excuse me, Saturday morning at 7:45, 8 o'clock, we'll be departing, leaving the church, headed towards the volcano. So we're going to stop at the Bayview Coffee Plantation and see the Captain Cook monuments. And I have got some astronomy equipment, so we'll get hopefully a close-up view of that. Punalu'u Bakery and Malasadas, then the Black Sand Beach. Maybe we'll see the green sea turtles. And then we'll head up to the Volcano Winery. We're going to do a potluck at the winery, so we're asking people to bring some sandwiches, some food along with us as we go holo holo. I call it a road trip. Ask an old truck driver to go road trip. I can do this. Then we'll go into the Volcanoes National Park, and so we'll see some of the massive craters up there, the Hale Ma'u, the home of the eight-eyed pig demigod before Pele. So transitions in the culture all told through stories and chants. And I found myself now being called Uncle Jim to 1,000 fourth graders teaching Hawaiian history. So if you have any corrections, I'm always open to address my file cabinets. But sharing the things I've come to love with, amazing. We'll finish up the drive-through Hilo, Rainbow Falls, and the Legends of Maui. Then we'll come on back here to the Rechurch. A full day, my friends. About a 12-hour adventure as we go holo holo. And so it's really cool to get some of the deeper aspects. I bring the spiritual concepts in, throw seeds all day long. And so since it's a church group, I can do that. It works out pretty good. I get to open my heart and share the true things that I found about the culture. So we have a couple of spots left on the Holo Holo sign-up sheet, and we'll pass that around. We have 12 seats available without getting too crunched, but we can go 14 if we need to. So if there's a real big desire and you guys don't mind scrunching up, we can fill every seat in that bus. The church would make more money. So we really appreciate you guys joining us on July 9th as we go holo holo. So that there, and supporting Unity of Kona, we've got the sign-up sheets in the back. Any way you can share your time, talent, treasures with the spiritual community, we'd appreciate that. For greeters, platform assistants, audio, visual, and if you're interested in helping out in any of these ways, please contact somebody here on the board, unityofkona@gmail.com, sign-up sheets at the door, and so we appreciate in advance. Thank you for your willingness to serve. And with that, I believe that's all my announcements. And I've asked Clyde Hall to come up and do our daily word. Father's Day. Thank you, Clyde.
Aloha. Before the reading, I would like to say thank you to Kealoha for his work with the Father's Day's lei. Now, the tradition says once you receive it, you should pass it along. So if you look over there, that's where my lei is now, to another father. Sunday, June 19th, 2022. Father's blessing. I bless all fathers with thoughts of gratitude. I'm grateful for fathers, grandfathers, stepfathers, and all father figures who care for children and families. I pray that they are called always to follow their guidance and to act to express divine love. I envision their hearts and minds opening to receive blessings of strength, patience, and tenderness. I see them supported in all that they're called upon to do and comforted during times of struggle. I pray also for children, young and old, as they remember their fathers. Many cherish memories bringing smiles and warmth, and may the love remain alive forever in their hearts and minds. And for all those on a healing or forgiveness journey, I pray that divine love leads and comforts them on a path toward lasting peace. May the peace and love of God fill their hearts today and every day. The Lord bless you and keep you, from Numbers 5:24. Okay, now, all together now. I bless all fathers with thoughts of gratitude. Aloha.
Thank you, Clyde. And as we hold these thoughts of our fathers in our minds, whether they're here or past, it's time to visualize our sanctuary. So, and as you get yourself comfortable and visualize the sanctuary of your soul. See this as a beautiful heart. And as you feel the loving energy of those around you flowing in and through you, see that loving energy flowing around every person, every being on this earth and in this world. And if you know of anyone in your life or in this world in need of prayer, see them now in this center of the beautiful heart. And now we'll do together our prayer for protection. For the light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. And the presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. And so it is. Thank you, God. And now we have special music. Chris is going to come up and share some of his music with us this morning before we get into our meditation and message. So thank you, Chris. We appreciate you coming in this morning from Unity of Seattle. You can grab any mic you want. Yeah, the red one's the best one. Yeah.
This is a song that I wrote, and it's called Life, and her message is called Life, so it seemed to fit. Looking out the window, staring at the trees, watching all the clouds and running from the bees. Singing a song for you and loving what I do, 'cause all of this is a gift given to me from you. It's my life, it's my home, it's my world, and there's just no place like it. Pondering what I got, gratefully praising you. You've given so darn much, don't know what I can do. Nothing I say or do could make it up to you, 'cause you gave it all away, no matter what I do. It's my life, it's my home, it's my world, and there's just no place like it. Nothing I've done or will ever do will make up for all the gifts from you. You gave it away and I'm having a blast. Thank you. You were first, most, and last in my life, in my home, in my world. And there's just no place like it. And there's just no place like it, like it. And there's just no place like it.
Thank you, Chris. Appreciate that. Sharing his time while he's here in Hawaii with us here at Unity of Kona. So God bless you. Thank you for coming in, for sure. And now is the time in our service where I get to introduce our speaker for today, is Reverend Sophia. And she's coming from Arizona today, I believe, as she's long distance via Zoom. And so now our minister of record here at Unity of Church. And so we're getting to be regular here. Welcome, my friends, Reverend Sophia Falke.
Aloha. Happy Father's Day. How do you men wear these things anyway? They itch. Anyway, yeah. Okay, I'm back. So it's good to see you. I wish I could be there to go on that tour, by the way. That sounds exciting. So I know you're going to fill it up right away. Okay. Now is our time to come together. I mean, all that I just said, you didn't hear.
Yeah, we missed
It was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant, if I do say so myself. Anyway, the mustache was for Happy Father's Day. Aloha. And fill up that van because that's going to be an amazing tour. I wish I could be there with you. So now let us take a few moments and become one with the one. Just closing your eyes, your outer eyes, so that your inner eyes can see more clearly. Breathing in the light and the love that is God. Knowing that in every moment you are one with God. And all that you need to do to realize that oneness is to open your heart, open your spirit, and allow God to speak in and through you. So breathing deeply, breathing in all that is good, all that is God. Deep breath. And on the exhale, release anything that's uncomfortable for you, any thoughts that are causing you stress, any emotions that have come up that are causing you discomfort. And just be peaceful with whatever is going on in your thoughts, in your feelings. Knowing that God is with you, God is supporting you. And again, breathing in deeply the light and the love of God, the energy that flows through your body. Allow it, and just be aware of it flowing through every cell and tissue of your body. Knowing that God is bringing healing. So when you're breathing on the exhale, release any dis-ease in your body. And just know that you are one with creation, one with God, one with all that is good. And continuing. I invite you to go into your heart now. And ask your heart, what is it that is your greatest desire? What is it that you would love beyond measure? And bring that image to your mind. Bring it from your heart into your mind. And allow your imagination to take flight with it. Your heart's desire. Amplify it. This is your heart's desire. And remembering, Jesus told us it is God's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. So what kingdom, what dream are you willing and ready to claim from God? What came into your heart is your heart's desire. I invite you now to name it. I mean, literally give it a name. Perhaps it's love, freedom, health, peace, prosperity, whatever it is, give it a name. Even be playful. Call it Fred. Give it a name. This is your heart's desire. This is your longing speaking to you. This is God seeding your dream. And now affirm to yourself, the strength, the power of I am. And whatever name you gave to that heart's desire, repeat it to yourself right now. I am, and give the name. I am. I am. Now I've asked you to bring this into your heart and into your mind. And bringing the two together, the power of your thought, your emotion, And God speaking through you to give you the kingdom. Take this affirmation with you throughout your day, your week, however long it takes for your I am to demonstrate brilliantly, profoundly in the physical world. I am. So you've named it, you've claimed it with your I am. Now with your thoughts, your words, and your actions, go forward and proclaim it into the world. So let us now begin to return to this time and this place, remembering that you are the light of God shining forth in the world. You are the love of God radiating out to bless all with whom you come in contact. And taking that power of God that is shining and radiating from you, through you, send your blessings out into your community, crossing all oceans, out into the world. Where there's darkness, shine your light. Where there's fear, anger, resentment, feelings of helplessness or hopelessness, radiate your love. And know that as you do so, you are transforming the world. So return now, opening your outer eyes, having gained the insight of your inner eye, as we continue to claim all that is good. And so it is. Okay, are you ready? Rock your world. Earlier today, the minister came up to me, he says, "You better be good today." So let's just see what we do. And just to set this up also, at the end of my lesson, I'm going to leave you rather suddenly. I know usually it's like, aloha, and it's gradually disappear. But I want to turn it over to Chris because he's going to lead you in a special song that will affirm everything we're talking about today. So if I go suddenly, I still love you, okay? All right, so let's get started. I have two questions for you. First, would it be all right if life got easier? Yeah, sure. Really? Is that all? So would it be life got easier? Come on, guys. Thank you. Oh gosh, it's like pulling teeth when I ask that question. Okay, second question. Would it be all right if you could create and live the life you would love with clarity, focus, and ease? Would it? Yeah, okay, there you go. That's more like it. That's what I've come to expect of you. All right, so actually I lied. I have three questions. Would you like to know how to create the life you would love living? Okay. Well, I'm believing you here because I was going to say, if you're truly answering yes to the first two questions, I mean, really, 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 yes. All right. I'm going to give you the answer. So you're ready, right? Okay, good. Because it's simple. All you have to do is lose your mind. Just lose it. Yeah. And if you tell somebody, oh gosh, I've lost my mind, they're going to, lock you up, right? But if you want to come into something new, you basically have to lose your old mind. Because the thinking that got you to your current life, it's not going to get you to the life you love. And if you're one of those fortunate people that is already living the life you love, there's more. There's more. But what I found is that most people have not yet achieved the life they would love living. And there are a few reasons. One is that they don't know what that life would look like because they've already spent a lifetime living the life that their families, their teachers in school, their employers, their religious and social groups, and society in general, they impose on you certain limited thinking. And it's not that they're doing it for evil, it's just that they haven't figured out how to live their dream. And another reason is even if someone knows what kind of a life they would love living, and I think some of you are getting in touch with that, they don't believe they can do it. And that's because, and you know this list, it's the mantra of I'm not worthy, I'm not smart enough, I don't have the money, I'm too old or young, take your pick. It's not practical. It wouldn't be normal for me to do that. Normal. And don't get me started on normal. Please, don't be normal. Because to be normal means that you're limiting yourself because you're trying to fit in. Don't do that. When you think of it, any other self-limiting beliefs? I mean, shout them out. Come on, bring it on. What you got? Anything? Nothing? Not enough, yeah. Good one. Poor me. Oh, yes. That would be so much work. I love that. Yeah. And there are people, what is it that, I was born into poverty. There's nothing I can do about it. And so on. Okay. So you get the drift. I mean, because these kinds of thoughts are probably going through your mind every now and then. Or am I the only one? Okay. All right. And then, there are other people who have forgotten how to use that huge, powerful mental muscle you all exercised with great vigor and abandon when you were a child. And you know what that is. It's called your imagination. And it's in your imagination you can lose your mind. Lose it to create something inspired and ingenious and wonderful, something expansive and empowering and uplifting. Unity co-founder Charles Fillmore taught, the highest and the best work of the imagination is the marvelous transformation that it works in character. Imagine that you are one with the principle of good, and you will become truly good. To imagine oneself perfect fixes the idea of perfection in the invisible mind substance, and the mind forces at once begin the work of bringing forth perfection. Does that make sense to you? I mean, once you can get it solid and into your imagination and get it rooted there, then you can become it. Because you're already saying to the universe, okay, I'm willing, I'm ready. Bring on the resources, bring them to me, and I will use them to the highest and the best. So let's go back to when you were a child. Was there anything you couldn't do in your imagination? Was there anything you couldn't do? No. Yeah. I mean, how expansive did that feel? Did you want to be a fireman, a ballerina, the president of the United States? Did you want to fly to the moon, travel the world? I remember, I think, I talked to you when I did my tree climbing as a child, and I would get to the tops of those trees, and I had this wonderful imagination that I could fly. I could just step out and glide on the wind. It was wonderful. And I still have that image sometimes that I can do that. And the truth is, you can do anything with the power of imagination. And again, all you have to do is lose your mind. And by lose your mind, I mean release all the old ways of thinking, of doubting, of worrying, all of those things that held you back. And by lose your mind, I mean enter more fully into the world of your imagination. In her book, Divine Audacity, Linda Martella Winsett says, imagination is our powerful capacity to picture what can be, and by holding that idea and developing it until we feel its effects while it is yet unmanifest, to live into that idea until it essentially becomes our reality. So that's what the imagination helps us do. And in Unity we have the 12 powers, and every month we talk about one of the powers here at Unity of Kona. So the powers, again, I'm going to read them for you. Faith, love, strength, wisdom, power, imagination, understanding, will, order, zeal, release, and life. All of these need the power of imagination. And if you think about it, in a sense, imagination is your primary power because it's essential for this cultivation of all your other magnificent spiritual capacities. Imagine is your power to conceive, to see, to experience, and bring something remarkable into physical reality. And something to remember, imagination is values neutral. It is totally neutral. And what I mean is, it will come forth and serve you whether you're imagining something positive and expansive, joyful, high energy, or something that is limited and constraining and negative. So how about imagining the best? See, what's so powerful about imagination is that the future you envision demands that you be the person who can live in that desired future. That's huge. So, basically, it's only one thing imagination requires of you, to bring into demonstration what it is you're imagining. And it wants you to be that. Now, I attended a lecture yesterday, a gentleman by the name of James Shu. I had never heard of him. I went because a friend invited me. And what a story he had to tell. Because he started out humble beginnings, and he didn't realize that abundance, financial abundance and possibilities were his to claim. And he was fortunate to find a mentor who was a multimillionaire and agreed to mentor James. So the mentor asked him, so what do you enjoy doing, James? This is about, I don't know, 10 years ago. He said, oh, well, I enjoy taking pictures and videos. This is back before your phone was your video camera and your, camera. So he said, I enjoy doing that. So the mentor said, okay, good. I want you to shoot some videos. Oh, what should I shoot videos of? Doesn't matter. Just start shooting videos. But I don't have a camera, not a good one. Well, what do you have that you can sell to make money to buy a camera? Well, I have a collection of DVDs, these great movies, and I love them, to sell those. So he didn't want to let go of them, but he had agreed to listen to his mentor. So he went to the store that buys used DVDs and sold them all and got enough money to buy a nice video camera. And he shot some film and he sent them over to his mentor. And the mentor said, okay, good. Now edit them. Because I don't know how to edit them. So, well, I know how. Goes, really? How do I do that? Goes, well, you go to google.com. That's Google, right? He said, that'll tell you how. So he did as he was told, and he Googled it, and he saw that he needed software. And again, he said, okay, I'll do this. And he learned how to edit the films and sent them off to the mentor. And he said, good. Now go out and sell your you are now a videographer. He goes, I'm what? He said, you are a videographer. Go out and sell your services. Go to restaurants and tell them that you will videograph their food so they can put it on their website and use it in their publicity. Okay, I don't know how to do that, but I'll try. So he went out and he approached a restaurant, and the first one he walked into, as it turns out, the owner was there and was actually open to the suggestion. And so he hired him, gave him $500. Now this is over a decade ago. It's still decent money that you're giving a stranger. And James videotaped the food and gave it to the owner. And James himself said, it was an awful video. But he liked it and he bought it and he gave me $500 for it. So that started to get those creative juices going for James, because before, his imagination could not embrace the thought of a life better than the one he had been living. So imagination, sometimes you need someone else to help you with your imagination, to help expand your horizons. Find your dream, and dare to follow it. And if you're having trouble, find someone who can help get those creative juices flowing so you can see the possibilities, and someone who can hold you accountable so that you begin to move forward at your own volition because you've had success. It's like, I can dream. It's possible. So you lose your mind to your old way of thinking and step into the unlimited realm of your imagination. And so your imagination is going to bring you a dream. And dreams very often evolve from your yearnings and your discontent. Because those yearnings and discontent showed up because you weren't living the life you were meant to live. Now, you might think that you pick your dream. And when I was, writing this lesson, I started thinking, well, wait a minute. Do you pick your dream, or does your dream pick you? I never thought about that before. I mean, is it possible that your dream picks you? And it picks you because you are the right and perfect person to bring that dream into physical reality. Jesus said, it is God's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Well, maybe that dream is picking you, that is God seeding your imagination so that the dream appears for you and starts to take on life. So do you think your dream could pick you? I know that, when I became a minister, or when that thought was first seeded, I had no idea where it came from. I was not the kind of person that people went up to and said, you ought to be a minister. Nada. And I never would have thought that. That was not on my radar at all. So I was as surprised as anyone, actually probably more surprised when I received that call. And it's like, yeah, you know what? That must have been God seeding my dream. God using imagination to seed the divine purpose of life. Does that happen to you where something is seeded because that is your divine purpose? And maybe you think, oh, I can't possibly do that. And yet you have all the tools and resources you need, because once that dream is seeded into your mind and takes root and you commit to it, all the resources that you need are going to come rushing to you, because it is God's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. In his book, You Are the One by Kurt Blackson, it says, stop pretending you're a light bulb when you are really the sun. Stop pretending you're a light bulb when you are really the sun. I read that and I was like, wow. I mean, I lost my mind when I read that. Because how many times do you hide your light under a bushel because of all the conditioning of your life? That mindset that brought you to this point. And I'm not saying that where you are now is negative or bad, or that, oh my goodness, I should have, could have, would have. Because I'm not trying to should upon you. But that mindset that didn't let you see the full possibility of how amazing you truly are. So if you want to live the life you love, and if you want to open up to that life, just to receive the inspiration, you have to lose your mind. And you have to release and let go of the old way of thinking. Release and let go of those limiting beliefs, of the coulda, woulda, shouldas. Release and let go. And to bring that message home, Chris Sullivan is going to sing again. And this time he will start with the opening to this song, I Release and I Let Go, and then lead you through the chorus, I release and I let go of the spirit in my life. sing that, repeat that. I don't know, Chris, lead it at least 3 times. See how the Spirit moves you.
Will do. There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all myself. I didn't know the love of God was sufficient. I didn't know the grace of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are struggling just to make it through another day, you gotta let it go, let it all go. And this is what you have to say. Everybody, I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. That was amazing opening on that song. What a wonderful song it is. Release and we let go. And it's like, use your imagination, find a new life in this moment right now. Thank you, Reverend Sophia, out there in the hitherland. Yeah. God bless you for your service and everything that you do. Well, now is the time in our service where we'd like to thank our gifts and offerings, and we'll do our offertory prayers. And so it's like you hold your gifts in your hands, and we'll have ushers that'll be passing the tray around. We appreciate all that you do and give in the service of the ministry. And so we'll do our offertory prayer. For divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am abundantly prosperous in every way. And we have more special music today. I believe Sean's coming up with Dondi to do something special for us. So thank you, Sean and Dondi. Need another mic? Yeah.
Sing them over again to me, wonderful words of life. Let me more
Christ, the blessed one, gives to all wonderful words of life. Surrender this to the loving call, wonderful words of life. Also freely given, wooing us to heaven. Wonderful words, wonderful words, wonderful words of life. Beautiful words, wonderful words, wonderful words of life.
Sweetly echo the gospel's call, wonderful words of life. Offer pardon and peace to all, wonderful words of life. Jesus, only Savior, sanctified forever. Beautiful words, wonderful words, wonderful words of life. Beautiful words, wonderful words, wonderful words of life. Wonderful words of life.
All right, thank you. Good job, guys. Well, now's the time we like to bless these gifts and offerings. So our ushers are bringing the plates up this way. So now, as we hold the gifts in our light of love, we say thank you, for through Spirit we do know that as we give, so shall we receive. And we now consecrate these gifts to do your will, your work in this ministry, in our lives, and in our community. And so it is. Amen. Thank you. Mahalo keakua. And so now as we get ready to do our closing songs, we'll have everybody kind of stand, make a big old virtual circle. If you're joining us online, join the circle. And if you guys go one row up, that way you don't block the cameras when you make your circle. And we're going to do Let There Be Peace on Earth and Aloha Oi as our closing songs. Thank you for joining us, everybody, here today. There's the circle form. Yeah, let's see, that's right. I think we got this now. Yeah. All right.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
And as we hold our imaginations in the light of love, move forward in the next moment, blessing it with your presence and being. That's all we have of these moments, one breath at a time. So, my friends, we'll finish up. Aloha Oi.
Aloha oi, aloha oi, e ke ona ona no i ka lipo. One fond embrace, ahoy ai au, until we meet again.
Hui ho, aloha. God bless you. Mahalo keakua. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, refreshments upstairs. Board meeting in 15. Dondi's got a closing song for us.
You've got to accentuate the positive, eliminate
Guest speaker next
the
week is
negative.
Kayla Harvey. Her
Latch
topic,
on to
unboxing
the
limited beliefs.
benefit.
Are you
Don't
feeling
mess with
stuck?
Mr.
Well, behind most stuck
In-Between.
feelings is a shortage of imagination and hope.
Spread
So by engaging our
joy
creative
to
power,
the
imagination, and see
maximum,
through the
bring
eyes of spirit, we can
down
manifest
to the
and
minimum.
a
Have
path
faith
through the
or
fog. Music next week,
pandemonium,
Betty
liable
Bailey.
to come
So join
upon
us for the board
scene.
meeting, and thank you, everybody. Have a
To
fabulous week.
illustrate my last remark, Jonah and the whale, Noah and the ark. What did they do when everything looked so dark? They had to accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In-Between. Don't mess with Mr. In-Between.